This is great for business and terrible for Tabitha. Let her know I said that, says Winnie.
Yeah.
Hey, Scarlet Hollow on Cable East Time. We're at Stella's house looking to see if she's okay, but we haven't found her yet. Well, her kitchen is like normal, but we asked if it was messy because I guess Instagram living in an internet cafe is like a neat freak. Kanika says not really. Though maybe that's just because I have... Wait, what did she say? Hold on, let me real quick. Not messy. Stella's looks a little lived in. Yeah, see, not messy. Maybe that's just because I have only ever been over here when she was already expecting me.
So we go check out Stella's room then.
I guess we're gonna move on to Stella's room. This is messy as hell.
Yeah, this is about what I would have expected from Stella's room.
Look at her Alienware overheating down there.
Yeah.
This is like how I live. I live in one room and the rest of the house is just empty.
She has like a little doll of Gretchen over there on the shelf.
Which shelf? Searching.
There it
is. There it is. Man, she loves Gretchen. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Unless that is Gretchen. Was Gretchen turned into a doll by magic?
Oh no.
Next to a giant crystal?
Maybe by the giant crystal?
Oh my god. She'll probably turn off her computer. It's gonna start a fire next to all that loose garbage she threw on the floor.
It probably just has like LEDs in it.
That's gonna say, no, it's got liquid magma cooling. It's like, man, that doesn't work at all. You realize that the magma doesn't cool, right?
Liquid magma heating.
You make your way down the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not here. She doesn't even have an office. That's an uncomfortable ass chair to use at your computer, kid.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at this regular ass dining chair she just dragged in here.
Yeah.
Though it's a little untidy, it's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. I'd better not hear a single comment about this room being messy. This room is messy. Do I have an option? It's a mess. Do you think there was a struggle in here? No, there was no struggle in here. This is what it looks like.
Nah.
I don't think there's any clues here. This sure looks like a room. Any thoughts? I love seeing someone's room before they've had a chance to clean it up for company. It's a neat little snapshot, you know? I mean, it just looks like a mess. Whatever.
I guess we can check the computer.
It's time to snoop. I'm not sure we should go snooping on her computer. Isn't that an invasion of privacy? I guess. She might be fine.
Yeah.
Kanika, what if there's a clue and we miss it? What if we don't find Stella and it's all because we didn't snoop on her computer and check her emails and also what her search history was? If Stella didn't want us to snoop, she shouldn't have gone missing. I don't make rules. That's a rule? Okay, but what if she's been gossiping about us to her? I don't care. Look, I know I'm Instagram. She has been. Look,
Instagram. I would be surprised if she wasn't gossiping about me, honestly.
Gossiping about me on Instagram. Look, I know it's an invasion of privacy, but we've got to do whatever we can to find her. Let's see if it's password protected before we make a fuss about it. If there isn't a password, it's almost like it's like an invitation, right? That's how it works, right? You're no fun, but fine. We won't snoop around on Stella's computer. Okay, you're right. There probably isn't anything helpful on there. I honestly didn't even think about how this might not be a good idea. Good call. Quietly back.
Do we want to snoop on the computer or not?
All right, fine. Because I don't want it to be like she's fine. She's like, why'd you look on my computer? That's messed up.
Yeah, I guess.
You're not fun, boo. Or, okay, you're right. Or I honestly didn't even think about that. I just had RPG brain for a second where I was just allowed to go to somebody's house, start searching the drawers for items.
I kind of like that one.
This one? I honestly didn't even think about how this might not be a good idea. Good call. You need better influences in your life. Boy, do I. At least you have me from I'm a street smarts Instagram from Twitter, kid. I'm from Twitter. You don't know how accurate what you just said is.
From the streets of Twitter.
Comes Instagram. At least you have me for now. I love seeing someone's room. What are you picking next?
This sure looks like a room. Any thoughts?
Sure looks like a room. Any thoughts? Yeah, nothing much to comment on. This is what a room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. Boy, she put that money into the alien. You know you're really paying just for the brand, not really for any better parts. I would know I have an Alienware computer. It's really not that great. She still does those corkboard... Oh, sorry. Aw. She still does those cork boards with strings things. Your mom has one while she's doing her like wicked planning in her witch hole, Kanika, underneath the shop.
Underneath the shop.
You know that hole she just crawls into every other night? Like on all fours, just into her witch hole.
She just like She just like collapses her skull like a rat and like slides in.
Ew, gross. Can rats do that? They can collapse their skull?
Okay, it might not be rats. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of animal that can do that though.
I know that rats can squeeze into small spaces, but
yeah.
never heard of them collapsing their skull. They just do that too hard one day and squish their brain. It's like, whoops. They're just dead. They just do that sometimes. Oopsie poopsie.
I'm probably wrong about that and misremembering some random piece of trivia I've heard at some point.
She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyway. Okay, I don't think we're going to find much else on here. Let's move on.
Yeah. No clue.
We're not going to find the life-saving clue because you didn't want me to snoop, Kanika. I'm not going to see the hurried word file she texted out, like all full of typos and no punctuation where she's like, I'm being taken, please find me at this address. I'm not going to see that now because of you, Kanika.
And it trails off ominously in a smear of blood.
Like in the text file, not the screen, just in the text file, there's a smear of blood. It just says asterisk, smear of blood, asterisk. Okay, so she's not here and we still have no idea where she is. I thought I was overreacting this morning. I thought she would have just been sleeping in or something. I can't believe she's actually missing. Where to next?
Do you want to go to the diner or Oscar?
We might need to call in backup with Avery.
Yeah. Yeah, let's check out the diner first.
Or we could call in backup with Oscar. He might tag along.
Yeah.
He's also pretty big and strong. He's been going to the gym lately.
We'll probably get the chance to go to both, but...
Maybe we should just go talk to Avery just because we haven't involved him so far.
Yeah.
And while we should maybe keep that line going where we're keeping him, like, safe for sure, it also is a character we're not hanging out with.
Yeah.
So let's go to the diner.
Yeah, let's go check out the diner.
Let's check out the diner. Maybe Stella's in there, like, just...
having some coffee.
Eating bacon strip after bacon strip.
She's having some of that mushroom tea. Lots of it, like 5 cups.
We're gonna go there and Avery's gonna be giving her a plate of bacon and Gretchen like a cup of coffee. We're just gonna talk to Gretchen and be like, what happened, Gretchen? Are you okay? What's going on? Busy as hell. Shouldn't you all be striking right now?
A lot of miners in here. I mean, I guess they're just not at work, I suppose.
You're supposed to be picketing, right?
Yeah.
You don't just leave and not show up during a strike. You go out there and make your presence known because that means that you're there able to work but choosing not to.
Yeah.
Until your demands are met. The diner it also keeps scabs away. The diner is busier than you ever seen it. The small booth is packed with miners, and there is Avery smoking on what he is hoping we think is a pen, but it's just a vape pen. Like a really thin one.
No. Sybil also runs a vape shop.
Hey, forgot you existed, Instagram. Didn't even see you last episode, says Avery. Hope you weren't planning on spending any quality time in the... She runs a vape shop. Is that what you said? Hope you weren't planning on spending any quality time in the diner today. Looks like we'll be hosting a meeting for the foreseeable future. We'll be hosting a meeting for the foreseeable future. So they're here planning this strike, I guess. What's going on? Where's Isaacs? Is that the one immediately behind Avery? Is that
Maybe
Isaacs?
That might be him.
The only one of these miners I have a name for?
Yeah, I don't recognize most of them except maybe the old guy behind Avery and the lady next to him.
Yeah, those two I kind of recognize. That guy in the far left with the beard, he might be one of the older guys we talked to at the very end.
Oh yeah, maybe.
There's a strike up at the mines. They made the diner their base of operations. Huh. Good for them. It's about time something like this happened. This is great for business and terrible for Tabitha. Let her know I said that, says Winnie. These fellas can have as much free coffee as they can drink if they keep piling in like this. The miners didn't even notice you enter the diner, and instead of speaking in hushed voices, argue with each other loudly enough for you easily to overhear. I guess the shift schedules are pretty brutal, and I'd like more vacation days as opposed to the 0 we get right now.
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to see my family around the holidays as opposed to the 0 times I get to see them throughout the year. That'd be cool.
Ever.
And better health benefits would be amazing as opposed to the 0 that I get right now. What if she decides to fire all of us again?
Again?
You're only a year or so into the work, and trust me, the longer it goes on, the more it sucks the life out of you. I'm like 23, and look at me.
Yeah, he just looks like that.
At first you're just unhappy, but you figure you can weather it till you find something better. A paycheck's a paycheck. Next thing you know, you've lost years of your life to a company that doesn't give a solitary shit about you. That uses up every free second it can suck out of its workers and pays us just enough to survive. But not so much that we can ever save enough to get the hell out. Man, boy howdy. Just go ahead and the writer's just stepping in right now real quick.
Corporations sure do that.
It's not a corporation though, it's a privately owned mine by Tabitha.
Yeah, it is like privately owned.
It's a family owned mine.
Yeah.
Corporations do that, you're correct with what you said, but in this particular scenario it's not applicable. But we could get fired for this, like literally lit on fire for this. I really need the paycheck, I can't get lit on fire, because then my money will burn with me as I will be holding the paycheck.
You remember what happened to Jensen.
Oh, Jensen. He's still burning to this day, I think. Legends say.
I can still hear the screams.
Then in the far off distance, you just hear a muffled scream. Because every time somebody says, I can still hear X, you just happen to hear it right when they say that.
Yeah.
And the company housing, that makes a big difference for me. But I need this company town.
Yeah.
What will I do without the company store? Right, the company housing. How generous of Tabitha. We really got to get Tabitha like radicalized on our side.
Yeah, Tabitha, come on.
How generous of Tabitha to put you up in a company-owned shack that ain't had maintenance done in decades, taking a big chunk right out of your paycheck that sure as shit ain't going towards property tax and upkeep alone. The company housing that means almost nobody in this whole damn town owns the place they live. We have numbers on our side, Harrison. After what happened up there the other night, damn near everyone is joining the picket line. That's only gonna hold true, Baker, as long as she doesn't sign that treaty with the ditchlings.
Oh no.
She can't afford to lose us all. We have the power here so long as we're united.
We go up to the mine later and there's just ditchlings going in there with like hard hats on and pickaxes.
I hate ditchling scabs, the worst kind of scab. Are none of you going to comment on how I'm old now? I mean, I'm kind of glad they're not, honestly. I didn't want that to be every conversation moving on.
Somehow Avery didn't even notice, and he's the one who like actually knows us.
Well, we've only spoken to him a couple times.
I guess.
Are none of you going to comment on how I'm old now? A ghost stole years of my life last night. I say like standing on a table yelling it to everybody in the room. Yeah. Why is nobody paying attention to me? Says Instagram, stressing out. Hey, have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. Weigh in on Harrison's situation. So about the strike. Hey, Avery, do you have a minute to catch up? I guess we should get going. Have any of you seen Stella? Like anybody? Maybe? Anybody? Hello?
Like at all? Anybody?
Maybe? The miners turn towards the doorway, all eyes glaring at— What? I'm asking about my friend.
Wow, rude.
Is she like up at the mine doing all your jobs right now? The YouTuber. No, we ain't seen her. No, the human being that's missing right now, you fucking asshole. Zax. With your plural ass last name.
Yeah.
As you can see, we've got a lot going on today. We'd appreciate it if you didn't butt in. Shouldn't you guys be digging those kids out of that mine right now?
Yeah, I guess they must be other miners too that are still up there.
Whatever. You're making it hard for me to support your strike. One, because you might not be helping those kids. Two, because you're just being a big meanie right now. Harrison's voice drops to a barely audible mumble. I hope she's okay. She hasn't been around, but I'll let you know if I hear anything. So suddenly you're gonna try and like... Is that Harrison trying to save face at the end? Like, what? I hope she's okay though.
She was. I think I remember Harrison is the one that watches Stella's channel. I'm pretty sure she mentioned that.
Oh, that's the girl, right? Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I thought Harrison was the one that yelled at us just now.
No.
Whatever. Weigh in on Harrison's situation.
Do we want to talk about Harrison's situation, or we want to just move on?
I should have just infiltrated the strike.
Should have just infiltrated the strike.
Hey, let's weigh in on Harrison's situation. What do you want to do, Harrison? Join the strike, Harrison. Unite with your fellow workers. Don't let them pressure you, Harrison. Return without weighing in. Just back out like a weakness. Like a weak little baby.
Unite with your fellow workers, Harrison. Against my cousin, but don't tell her I said that.
I mean, I'm not going to encourage them to f*** over my cousin.
Yeah, I guess.
I've just been kind of impartial about it. Like, if they want to strike, strike, but I'm not going to goad them into it because it'll just make things really awkward between my cousin. And
Yeah.
also, I don't really care that much about the mine. I might not even survive this week.
Yeah.
If they're still striking after Sunday, then I'll weigh in. How about that?
then I can like afford the energy to care about it.
Whatever energy I have left now that I'm 78 years old.
And also, if they're still alive after Sunday.
Once Cthulhu's sitting on Town Hall eating a sandwich, we'll know where I stand.
Heck, he stole the mayor position.
Oh, well, he was voted in, so it's fair, right? This is the first time they've had anything other than a dog in like over 100 years. Wow.
I mean, dog, squid monster, what's the same difference, right?
One of them is capable of eating a sandwich with hands. I mean, that's pretty impressive. This is the final conversation we had before the credits fade in, by the way. They're just standing outside commenting on the fact that Cthulhu got elected mayor and is currently sitting on Town Hall eating a sandwich.
It just goes directly into a sucker for love.
Sorry to spoil the 7th episode of your game, writers. Sorry for that. So what are we picking? Do we want to be a fence sitter? Do we want to encourage or do we want to discourage?
I don't know. I mean, like you said, we kind of...
I mean, I ultimately right now don't... they're ghosts and that I'm worried about.
Yeah, the strike isn't really that important to us at the moment.
I mean, unless we have to do a final battle where it's raining and all the strikers have lightsabers and we have to pick a side between them and the ditchling scabs.
Where did they get the lightsabers?
Well, they've been busy. They've got time now that they're not working the mine.
They've just been building them.
They just know how. They just need the time. They've been stuck working too many hours. This is what they would be doing if they had vacation days.
Sybil sold them the crystals.
Oh my god, was this your plan, Sybil? And then you see her and she's like spins around her office chair wearing like a Sith cloak. What are we picking?
I don't know. Just ask what she wants to do, I guess.
Hey, Harrison, just tell me what you think you should do. I don't know. Great. I'm glad we had this good talk. Good talk.
Thanks.
This ain't your business, and those sorts of questions are exactly what someone trying to break a strike. No, it's not. Come on now. I don't think Instagram was trying to break your strike. I've literally kept your strike hush-hush since learning about it.
Yeah.
And I've had a direct line to the person who could have done something. Well, honestly, she probably would have just said, like, yeah, I know. They're going to go on strike.
Yeah, she definitely did know already.
Whoops, what did I say? And hey, how would you know that this person's a stranger and a Scarlet? Hold your horses there, Zax. I don't care if y'all stand for a good cause. I don't even care how much bacon and eggs you bought, says Winnie, stepping in, the character I continually forget exists because we've only seen her once before.
Yeah.
If you sort of fight in my establishment, you're out. Let's handle this like civil adults. You heard the lady. Don't get involved or we'll all have to take this outside. What, are you gonna beat me up?
I'm an old lady's axe. Come on.
Look at my cane. Look at the cane that I woke up with. That's what happens when you're old, right? You just wake up with these things.
You just have a cane, yeah.
Sorry, fellers. We won't bother you. We'll make ourselves scarce. Are none of you going to pay attention to me right now?
We can talk to Avery, though.
Hey, Avery. Do you have a minute to catch up? You angling at something, says Zach's butting into our conversation. I just want to talk to my friend. This is still a diner for everyone else, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Come on now, Zax. This is a free establishment, Avery says, eyes closed, trying to be all cool.
You were just getting on us for butting into something that isn't our business. Come on.
What a jerk. What a jerk. Says Zax. Let's step outside. I could use some fresh air. It smells like mine in here.
But they might beat me up if I go out there.
Look at this fancy ass coat you have, Avery. Dang. You just wanted an excuse to wear this, didn't you?
Yeah. Look at how cool I am in my nice coat.
Look at how cool I could have been this whole time if you invited me to be in your adventure. Look at how cool I could have been. Instagram, are you feeling okay? You look different. It's just stress. I didn't sleep well last night, says Street Smarts.
Which is why my entire face is covered in wrinkles and my hair is a different color.
And I'm walking with this walker.
Do we want to just tell him, or?
We don't have to get into it. It's a long story. Ghost made me old, as ghosts tend to do. I gave up years of my life to free an angry ghost. What are you talking about? I feel amazing. Remain silent. I think at this point, do you want to just, like, tell him what's going on?
Yeah, why not?
We might need backup. We might be more. We need more of a pool to draw from for body count later.
Yeah, Ghost made me old.
Ghost made me old. Wait, ghosts are real? And they make you old? I guess so. My perception of reality is crumbling around me, says Kanika. Next, we'll find out there's a whole secret society of warlocks, and your mom will be at the head of them. Yeah. Or that angels are real or something. I've given up on making sense of the world. I just can't believe that whatever happened last night managed to convince even you.
Avery, look at my face. Look at how old I am now.
Look at my heart rate right now. You feel that? Feel how it's just flatlining? Yeah. And I just fall over. I'm as surprised as you are, Avery, but I'm not about to reject something that I and a bunch of other people all directly experienced. Damn, I wish I was there. You really don't, actually.
It wasn't a great time.
I mentioned to you while I was editing the videos that Zane and Oscar, I think, appeared at the same time on the stage, whereas the other people didn't. They appeared one at a time. So Avery probably could have been there. And there was an empty spot on the right-hand side of the jury at the end of the trial.
Yeah, so maybe
So Avery could have totally 100% been there. I wonder if we could have gotten bonus, like, another flashback if he was there.
Maybe.
Or he might have also been like the first one we saw, and then Stella would have been the kid later.
Yeah, maybe.
That might have been it. I don't think you do. Everyone other than Tabitha and Instagram wound up getting possessed. It was awful.
And now I'm old.
You're kidding me. Tabitha went ghost hunting with you?
Yeah.
I didn't invite her. That's kind of besides the point. Let me know next time something like that's happening. It looks like you made it out the other side okay.
Avery, please, look at me.
I'd love, this is the first time we've seen like his character drawings because we never brought him along. Yeah. I'd love to try out being possessed as long as I knew it'd stop eventually. It was a really bad time. Stella is missing probably because of it.
It was a very not great time.
No comment. If I can go ahead and quote the people I asked afterwards, their quote for what it was like was, I think, painful. It hurt, I think they said.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Avery pauses for a second. Street smart, it's the kind of pause that says I know exactly what I want to say, but I don't know how to make the words leave my mouth. Finally, they speak. I can't believe you said that out loud just now. Instagram, what are you doing? I can't believe you started that with street smarts, by the way. I've been seeing these little blob guys everywhere. Y'all know about them, right? Should I be concerned? Yes.
Oh, so they've seen the ditchlings. Then.
Well, Reese talked about how they just come up to his window and lick it every night.
Yeah. And we saw a ton of them on the way over here, too.
Yeah, one of them was like standing up trying to hail a cab. They're like putting their thumb out trying to hitchhike. It was pretty gross.
Idiot doesn't know that we're on like a country road in the middle of nowhere.
It looked at us. It looked at us when we passed by like we were the assholes when it did that. Yeah, they're called ditchlings. My mom says they're an omen for coming disaster, which I don't exactly, but what, really? But they've been killing local animals. I mean, they've shown up in numbers every time something bad happened, Kanika.
Yeah, at this point, Kanika.
Okay, now I'm really worried.
I guess they didn't actually see them before.
Nobody commented on it. We noticed it because we're looking at a static image.
We noticed them, but I don't think any of the characters actually saw them before the mine or the ghost house.
Just open that dumpster and there'll be like 20 of them in there. They'll scatter like roaches.
They're just crammed in there.
Like to the brim. There's just a bunch of them packed in, like a cube of them.
You open the lid and they just kind of like shoot out of it because of the pressure of how many are in there.
Like a can of snakes, like one of those prank things. You just pop out. Okay, now I'm really worried. You might get some eggs laid in your skin. They haven't done that to a human as far as we know. Probably to Duke. Maybe Bo. He might be dead.
I'm sure he's fine.
We should be more worried about why they're here than anything else. There's too many of them. Does anyone in town have a flamethrower? I think they're kind of neat. Remain silent.
We should be more worried about why they're here.
Do we know what that is yet? Not yet, though I'm still hoping they're just weird animals and not some kind of harbingers of doom.
They're definitely harbingers of doom.
Because if my mom is right and that's what they are, whatever is coming has to be worse than what we've already been through. I'll keep my eyes peeled and ears open. Something worse, like Cthulhu sitting on town hall bad, you know?
Like Cthulhu, yeah.
Avery's like, again? It took forever to get rid of the first one. In the meantime, should I be careful not to wind up in any dark alleys with those weird little guys? Are they going to try to eat me or something? No. Worse. They might try to use you as some kind of incubator or... So far, they've only been laying eggs in local wildlife, but now that there are so many of them, I'm not sure the humans of Scarlet Hollow are going to be safe for much longer. Oh, is that all they do? That doesn't sound so bad.
Avery, please.
No, this is my character. I'm cool, and I don't take anything. I'm just super cool about everything. Look at my coat. If you see my coat.
Avery is just like, they don't know I'm a vampire hunter. I've seen this kind of crap all the time.
We're gonna get him and Oscar in a room together, and he's gonna be like, "You see my coat?" And Oscar's gonna be like, "I've been going to the gym lately. If you notice, I've been going to the gym lately." It's gonna be stuck in a loop between the two of them. Are you serious? Being used as a walking nursery sounds so much worse than just being eaten. Look, if they need a warm place to pupate and I have skin to spare, who am I to shut up, Avery?
Why are you like this, Avery?
Why are you trying to be so cool? Ugh, that's so gross. Unless he's just fucking with her, he could just be.
He's probably just messing with her.
The thought of feeling something like wriggling under your skin, stealing your nutrients until it eventually erupts. You mean like pregnancy? Kanika shudders. Sounds like the miracle of life to me. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, he's definitely.
You ever see those videos of people who have like babies that are getting super riled up and it's like stretching the stomach out with their arms and legs?
No, that sounds really gross though.
It looks really uncomfortable, but yeah, there's sometimes babies just kind of like stretch out and they just start pressing out and it's like it's trying to rip through their stomach. Ugh. Whoops, what'd that say? You're yanking us around, right? Maybe.
Definitely.
Avery is not yanking you around.
Oh, he's not.
Oh, so Avery's just kind of a weirdo too. That's fine.
I guess that's fair.
Anyways, I shouldn't get too off topic. You wanted to chat? What do you make of all the stuff going down with the miners? Do you have any idea where Stella might have went? Have you noticed anything weird going on around town aside from the ditchlings? That is, never mind, we should probably get back to it.
We should ask about Stella first.
Do you have any idea where Stella might have gone? Nope, not at all, but I'll let you know if I hear something. Last night was an ordeal for all of us. I think she was especially shaken up. She just ran off without saying anything. We're pretty worried. What do you make of the stuff? Have you noticed? Have you noticed anything weird?
Yeah, ask about some weird things, yeah.
Avery pauses, thinking for a moment. I don't think it's supernatural, but I haven't seen Julius since... Who the fuck is Julius?
Who?
Since Tuesday, which is pretty unusual. He never skips the diner 2 days in a row unless he's out of town or something.
Who the heck is Julius?
It was Julius. And maybe he is. I don't know him well enough that he shares his weekend plans with me or anything. I don't like the thought of more people disappearing right now. He might just be out of town. But he's kind of an old dude. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to have somebody check on his house, see if he's there or not. I'll try to do that before my shift tomorrow. Tomorrow?
Okay, so that's a next time thing.
See you in 2025, Avery, when you get back to us on that one. What do you make of all the stuff going down with the miners? The strike? I'm all for it. Zach's has been the fact that it's got an S at the end. Same with Isaac's. Yeah. It's just awkward to say. Zach's has been riling up the miners all morning. It seems like this might be able to get some traction. What's a strike? I say, tilting my head and putting a finger to my lips. Sorry, but I've got to side with Tabitha on this one. I hope she wins.
No.
She had this coming to her. I hope I can convince her to actually hear folks out. It shouldn't be that hard to make everyone happy, right? What if she actually can't meet their demands? The mine's already not doing well. If the strike ruins it, what happens to the town? That's a fair question.
I guess.
Poor town. I mean, this town is a mining town. If this goes under, what happens to the town? Poor Tabitha. I wish they could have gone about this with less fuss. Shut up, Instagram. She's burying her mom this weekend. Couldn't they have waited? Remain silent.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of feel like you said, we don't really want to take sides on it too much.
What's a strike? I mean, this is a middle of the ground, like, what happens if it doesn't work out? Like, what's going to happen? What if she can't actually meet their demands? The mine's already not doing well. Tabitha's been playing you like a fiddle. No, what happens if she can't meet the demands and the mine shuts down?
Have you seen the house she lives in?
What happens if she can't meet their demands, Kanika? Kanika, if the mine shuts down, most of the people here are employed at the mines. What happens to the town without the mine? There's no way the mines are doing that. Have you seen her house? I don't know. Instagram's probably got a point. The Scarlet Estate's big, but it's not exactly like Tabitha's living in a luxury. Half of it is broken. I live in that wing.
It's parts of it literally are a death trap.
Half of it's hanging off a cliff, but I guess that was by design, so I suppose that's not relevant to what we're talking about. Well, hey, we're gonna find out more about this next time on Scarlet Hollow. Maybe we're probably gonna. Have you seen how broken her fucking house is, Karika?
Yeah.